Mini Candy Kitty, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a Finley Human, complete with backpack and demon blood sword. So you can see he's about as big as my hand, so it's pretty cool though. And he has the backpack and all that, so yeah, it's pretty easy to make once you get the hang of it. Anyway, so what you're going to need is your string or fishing line. I'm using fishing line because I don't like to waste string on peyotes because they don't really need to stretch. Super glue. This is optional, but I like to use super glue for my knots. It's more secure. Scissors, of course, and then you're going to need green beads. I like to use, if you look at Finn's backpack, you'll see, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see I use two different greens. This is darker, this one's lighter. Well, light's really bright, so you probably can't see it, but that's how his backpack is, so I would recommend getting different kinds of green, just in case you want to make it accurate or whatever. And then you're also going to need dark blue for his pants. I use clear ones, so you can see, but you can use whatever you have. And then, of course, light blue, black, and white. Oh, and then you're also going to need, like, skin-colored beads, if you can see that. Yeah. For his face, arms, and the legs that are showing. So, and once you have all that, then we can get started. Okay guys, so first what you're going to start out with, you're going to take your fishing line, string, whatever it is. I've got, like, I don't even know, like maybe 2 yards. I'm not even sure. I'm just kind of not even estimating, I'm just saying random whatever. But anyways, just take as much as you want. I usually just eyeball it and guess, so. And anyways, so what you're going to do is you're going to have 2 white beads, 1 white, a white, a tan, a white, a white, a tan, a white, and 2 white beads. And you're just going to thread them on like you would with peyote stitches. Just go ahead and do that.
On a tropical island, underneath a molten lava moon, hanging with the hula dancers, asking questions.
Okay, so once you've done that, as you can see, you have this whole row up top here is white. And then you have these 2 tan ones. Sorry, it's kind of, the lighting's kind of weird. But once you do that, what you're going to do is you're going to thread through this one with your string like this. So that's coming out of here. And what you're going to do is you're going to add on a white bead, and then you're going to thread through this one. But instead of adding on a bead, you're just going to thread through this middle one right here, and then you're going to thread through this one, and then you're going to add on a white bead and thread that one. So we'll just do that.
On a tropical island, underneath a molten lava moon, hanging with the hula dancers, asking questions cause they got all the answers. Putting on lotion, sitting by the ocean, rubbing it on my body, rubbing it on my body.
Okay, so once you've done that, what you're going to do is you're going to take the string you were just using, and you're going to have to thread through the entire thing until you get to the side. And if you're like me, you're going to hate threading, but whatever, just do it.
Get me out of this cave, cause it's nothing but a gladiator grave. And if I stick to the plan, I think I'll turn into a lava man. I think I'll turn into a lava man.
Okay, so once you've done that, as you can see, we've got the top part, which is basically just the ears of our fin done. And now we're basically just going to keep going. Okay, so right here I set out all the beads you're going to need for his head. For the rest of his head, like his whole, the white and everything, so. And they are going to be like that. and you're pretty much just going to attach them to the ears. Come on. So yeah, you're just going to go ahead and do that and just add them on.
On a tropical island, underneath a molten lava moon, hanging with the hula dancers, asking questions cause they got all the answers. Putting on lotion, sitting by the ocean, rubbing it on my body, rubbing it on my body. Get me out of this cave.
Okay, so once you've done that, you have finished your head, and now it's just time to start working on the body. And for the body, Finn's just pretty much a long rectangle, and you're going to need exactly 31 light blue beads for his shirt, for this part of the shirt. So basically all you're going to do is you're going to keep going till you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is it 5? I don't know, you just need 31 beads, so just keep going until you get the, yeah, sorry, I was sick and I'm like out of it right now. Okay, so just keep going, doing that until you reach the end, so.
On a tropical island, underneath a molten lava moon, hanging with the hula dancers, asking questions cause they got all the answers. Putting on lotion, sitting by the ocean, rubbing it on my body, rubbing it on my body. Get me out of this cave, cause it's nothing but a gladiator grave. And if I stick to the plan, I think I'll turn into a lava man. I think I'll turn into a lava man.
Okay, so once you're finished with that, what you're going to do is you're going to do 3 rows of the dark blue to start his pants. So we're just going to do this part here first, and then after you do that, I'll show you how to make the pants. Just go ahead and put on the tape. Okay, so as you can see, I've already done this leg, and it's a little confusing, but once you get the hang of it, it's really easy. So you just go all the way down here and then attach this last one and stuff like that, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So you're going to take a long piece of string, or fishing line, whatever you have. If you do have fishing line, it's going to be a little tricky to do this, so, but whatever. You're just going to thread it through this one right here, and you're going to add on blue bead that you're using, and you're going to thread it, come on, do this next one right here, so that it's like that, okay, and now what you're going to do, come on, is you're going to take your string, am I doing this right? Yeah, I'm doing this right. And you're going to take the string, this string that's going outwards this way, you're going to take it and you're going to add on another blue bead. And you're going to thread it on, and you're going to go through here. Crap, hold on, sorry. It's actually a good idea to tie it off first. So once you put on this bead, what you should do is take this end right here and tie it on right there. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we have to add a dot of super glue. If you guys are confused, you can go ahead and ask me questions and stuff because I'm really sorry. I'm just kind of trying to rush through this right now. Probably shouldn't be, but you know. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, I'm recording. Yep. Okay, sorry about that. That was my dad. So once you've tied it off, you should have your string coming out this side right here. Like that. And what you're going to do is you're just going to add on a bead. And put it on like that. And then you're just going to keep doing that. So you're going to do that another time. On another blue. Thread through that one. Come on. Oh, come on. And then you need one more on that side, so again, take your blue, put it on your string, and thread it through. And as you can see, we are forming the other half of this pant leg. So now what you're going to do is, for the next one, you're going to need a skin colored bead that you're using, and you're going to thread it through there, and you're basically just going to keep doing the whole thing. You're going to thread on 4 skin colored beads total. So just do that. Come on. Oh my gosh. One of the downers to using for season line. It kind of messes with you. Come on. Speeds. Okay. I'm going to do that. And you can see now we have the leg, and now what we're going to do is we're going to add his socks right like this, right here. So you're going to need 2 whites, and you're going to do the exact same thing that we've been doing, so just go ahead and do that. There we go. And now we're going to need 4 black beads, which I need to get. So you need, we need actually a total of 5, so get 5. You can add the 5th one on in just a minute. Okay, so now that you have that, you're going to just remember, I probably should have told you guys this, but you guys probably know, but just remember to tighten it, or else it'll be all flopsy and flimsy, especially the legs. Okay, so yeah, just keep doing that until you have added on 4 black beads. I'm not going to be able to fast forward through this, but so you guys have to bear with me. Or just fast forward, skip towards the end of the video, and you'll... Okay, so once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and tie it off, and then I'll show you what to do next. Okay guys, we're almost done. Once you've gotten that, as you can see, we need that last little bead to make his foot like this. And so what we're going to do, as you can see, he doesn't have it yet, but what you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of string. Doesn't matter how long it is, just make it long enough that you think it'll do the job. And you're going to thread it through this bead with one end, and then with the other end of your string, you're going to thread through the one right under it, so that it's like this. And now what you're going to do is you're going to put both your strings together, and you're going to take that 5th black bead that I said you needed, and you're going to put it on through both of the strings, and pull, and as you can see, it's going to make the foot. So now what we're going to do is we're going to thread, sorry, my camera keeps blurring, this piece back through this end, and the other piece back through the other. Come on. Okay. And then you're just going to tie it off. What I think is, with fishing line, well, with regular string, I'm always super scared of using too much. Like, if this was regular string and I had all this left over, I'd be absolutely panicking and furious and depressed and go cry in a corner and stuff like that because I wasted all that string. But with fishing line, this was like, I think $4, and I've been using it for the past year. No, about 4 months. And I still have, like, this much thickness, whatever. It's a lot. I have a lot. But anyways. And then, optional, add a dot of super glue. And just cut it. And voila, you have the feet. Okay, so now that we've done that, what I'm going to teach you guys how to make are the arms. And the arms are pretty easy. Hold on. As you can see, they're just whatever. And what you're going to do is you're going to take fishing line. If I can get it. It's fishing line, I swear. You're going to take your fishing line. You're going to cut about... Hold on, let me see. There we go. About this much, if you can see it, you know. And what you're going to do is you're going to thread it just like you did with the shoes. You're going to take, come on. You're going to take one end and thread it through this bead. And then with the other end, you're going to thread through. Come on. This bead. And just pull it so that it's like that. And now, what you're going to do is, gotta get my beads. Don't come prepared, sorry. Is you're gonna take 2 light blue beads that you use for your shirt. Put the string together. And put 2 beads on. And then you're going to add on 3 skin colored beads. Let's just do that. Sorry, this tutorial is pretty long. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to take one string and put on this one bead. And I'm just doing is after that I just tie it off like this. Most people will tell you have to thread through whatever, I don't even know, but no, as you can see, it'll do this. So then you're just going to tie it off. And then for those of you with super glues, you can add your super glue and that's how you make the arm. Alright, and once you've done that, you are finished with your Finn the Human. If you guys want to know how to make the backpack and the Demon Blood Sword, go ahead and tell me if you guys can't figure it out or whatever. They're pretty easy. They're just, if you look, you can pretty much figure it out just by looking at it. Same thing with the backpack. But yeah, if you guys can't get it and you really need help, just go ahead and tell me, and I'll probably make a tutorial about it next time. But, yeah. So, there you go. And until next time, bye.
On a tropical island, underneath a molten lava moon, hanging with the hula dancers, asking questions 'cause they got